Zillow is a full-blown housing market bull. They predict that home prices will increase by 6.5% by July of 2024. In Zillow's most recent market update, they revised their predictions for home prices in the United States. Their recent revisions are very optimistic for our housing market. Hi guys, my name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group, powered by eXp Realty, and today we're going to review Zillow's most recent market forecast for the housing market here in the United States, break it down for you, and give you a little bit about my thoughts as well. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Back in February, economists that work over at Zillow predicted that the housing market had bottomed, and we could expect to see home prices increase over the next 12 months, which is actually something we predicted as well in our March housing market update. Zillow cites tight inventory levels as one of the main reasons in the revised forecast. This is despite persistent home buyer affordability challenges caused by the rising interest rates. And this really is no joke, guys. Housing affordability is at its lowest levels we've seen in the past 4 decades, and rates are rising. They've risen quite a bit in the past few weeks. So Zillow does predict that home prices will rise over the next 12 months, but they also predict that we'll see record low number of housing sales all across the United States. Zillow actually predicts that home sales will decrease to 13-year lows by the end of this year. Zillow's market update found that just half as many homes were listed this July when compared to July of 2019. And we had a 29% decrease in the number of new listings hitting the market than a typical year prior to the pandemic. So Zillow predicts that our limited housing inventory scenario will continue for the foreseeable future. Right now, they're predicting 4.2 million homes will close in 2023, which is a 17% decrease from the amount of closed homes we saw in 2022. And that'll actually make this the lowest level of closed existing homes we've seen since 2010. So right now we're at right about 2.4 million home sales in the United States, which, if their prediction is correct, means we should see about 1.79 million more home sales for the rest of 2023. And in my opinion, I think this number is just a little bit lofty due to the fact that we have had rising interest rates recently. We've seen fewer homes come onto the market, and we'll have a little bit of seasonal trends effect as well. And for those of you who do frequently tune in, you know we've talked a lot about the reason that we've had such low levels of inventory. And for those of you who have not tuned in frequently, all you gotta do is click subscribe and turn notifications on so you can stay up to date. And one of the biggest reasons we've seen such low levels of housing inventory is mortgage rates were at historic lows for a little over a decade. So a great majority of homeowners in the United States have a super low interest rate. So one of the unforeseen circumstances that happen because of the rising interest rates are it's discouraging a lot of homeowners from making a move. I mean, 80% of homeowners have a mortgage rate locked in at 5% or less. And guys, these are 30-year loans a lot of the time, so they're not pressed to move anytime soon. And actually a fourth have a rate locked below 3.5%. So as those rates rise, we'll probably see fewer people make the decision to make a move, which is causing home prices to be resilient and slightly tick up, which is why Zillow revised their home price appreciation this month from 5.5% to 5.8% by the end of this year and to 6.5% increase by July of 2024. To me, their prediction of home price appreciation of 5.8% by the end of this year does seem a little bit lofty, because right now in the United States, we're at about 0.89% price appreciation. So we have a little bit of ways to go. This is especially true because we've seen the mortgage rates rise pretty rapidly over the past few weeks, where most people are getting quoted in the 7s, around 7.5% right now. And the Fed is currently toying with the idea of raising rates again at their next meeting. But we did see home prices fall pretty rapidly for the second half of 2022. So if we can maintain our home prices this year, then we may see a decent increase by the end of this year. Zillow's market update also stated that the average home that went under contract in July did sell in about 12 days, which is a week and a half faster than what we saw in 2018 and 2019. It's pretty interesting though, because Zillow's data that showed the average days on market for a home that went under contract in July of 12 days is a little bit different from Realtor.com and AltosResearch.com that both said the average days on market for homes that went under contract were more around 40 to 50 days on market. So Zillow's data is a little bit quicker than some other data sources out there, but all the data is pointing to homes are taking a little longer to sell this year than they did last year. But when you compare it to pre-pandemic levels, we're actually selling still a little bit faster than they did previously. So guys, that was Zillow's latest housing market update, but I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Do you think home prices will increase by 6.5% over the next year? And do you think we'll see 4.2 million homes closed by the end of 2023? Put your comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you are curious what's happening in our local market here in Charlotte, North Carolina, check this video out right here. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.